Welcome back from the weekend. It's Fantasy Spotlight, the best fantasy show in Uganda. Actually, the only fantasy show in Uganda. Maybe someone started minutes ago, but I can tell you it is first ever fantasy show here in Uganda. A lot happened over the weekend. Gameweek 3 happened. Injuries came in. Some of you might have lost your assets. But we'll look at all that. Finally, the Arsenal defense let us down, some of us, not everyone. The Liverpool defense stand up after conceding all those goals in the past game weeks. But it happens every time. Man United finally won a game. So many people are happy. I can tell you, I'm among them. Here I'm with the Chelsea fan, Arnold. He's not the manager of the week, but he's got a lot that he's going to bring you today. Arnold, how are you?
I'm very fine. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. I'm excited.
Yeah, Arnold, how's your week? How's your game week in general?
My game week has actually been good. I didn't perform in the first two as I wanted.
Yeah,
I got 65 points in this game week, so I can say I'm turning up.
Impressive. Depending on for a game week turn up, once we look at captains.
Yes.
So, and most of the captains led people. The most captain player, Haaland, didn't turn up. Salah, only an assist. Wood didn't turn up. João Pedro tried. So, I can say most of them didn't really work for everyone. You'd look at differentials, but we can say it didn't quite work out for people.
Yeah.
We've seen in the past few game weeks, the best captains were not the premiums that we expect.
Yes.
We saw in the first game week, we saw the best player was Jack Ballard from Sunderland, a defender, and then we saw Timber.
Yes.
Now you can imagine people had just bought Timber, and then he got an injury as well as the game was, and he lost a clean sheet. So maybe, what do you think? Should people hold on to their teams? Have we seen all and we say, you know what, I've had Florian Wirtz for months. For weeks, he's not scoring. Should I take him out? Or we can be more patient with our assets now?
For me, what I always believe is in fantasy, the first 7 game weeks are a bit interesting.
Yeah.
In the sense of like, there is so much that's flowing. More so, for me personally, I don't always go for new entrants into the league. Unless I'm certain, right, with their fixtures and their minutes, like because they have to first, gel with all the different people they are playing with. So for me personally, for people now, let's say like when we go in defense, Arsenal was only beaten because of something spectacular from Szoboszlai. So their defense is very good. So I'd still hold on to their defense personally, right? And their attack, Liverpool, is very fluid. So that's why you see that Eketikes can score goals, right? So for me,
but they held them to only just
only a free kick, and you see that. So you actually see the prowess of Liverpool in attack and the prowess of Arsenal in defense. So for me personally, I start with the sures, what I call sures, and that even if after 7 game weeks, I feel I've gotten enough time to test and see. Now I can bring in that differential.
So you're clearly saying it's okay to trust David Raya for the next game weeks other than Alisson.
Personally, I have Alisson, but if you have Raya, hold on to him. Because guys, you watched that game. There was no opportunity we said that was like there was no keeper to beat. We saw. You understand that?
They actually tied them.
And actually I saw Arne Slot change something in second half. He started using Van Dijk to fizz in balls to them. And that was I saw that as a weakness of Arsenal. That's the only way you can open them bare. But if you're always just flowing the ball to the wing and what,
because you see they play the same style.
Yes.
Not almost the same style, but when you're going to bring that more controlled game to them, where you want to pass from one segment to the other,
basically predictable.
Exactly.
Yes.
they know what to do because they play that.
Yes.
You get it?
Yes.
It's only on transitions.
Yes.
It's only when you
you
actually
go direct.
You go direct.
Yes,
It's when you get these chances.
Because that's how they got that free kick. Van Dijk fizzed the ball in.
Yeah.
Curtis Jones then was facing the goal, and then Zubimendi tackled.
Yeah.
Curtis Jones, and that's how they got the free kick.
And I think when you talk about teams that are direct, I think that's how United played them over the first game week.
Yes.
You could see that United actually took the game out of the midfield.
Yes.
And over the years, Liverpool has always tortured Arsenal through that.
Yes. Yes.
Not playing through the midfield. But now Liverpool's midfield is now their strength.
Yes.
We all believe now it's their strength. So both like
McAllister,
Gravenberch.
Yes.
It's their strength. Florian Wirtz. He's not turned up yet. What do you feel about Florian Wirtz?
Well, personally, for me, like I said, like now when we talk about fantasy, I always don't go for the new entrant. But Florian Wirtz is a very talented boy.
But he had a shot on target.
He had a shot on target, and he had some cameos here and there where he would turn up, but he's not yet fully there. Because basically, you cannot compare the Bundesliga to the Premier League. How many successes in terms of German players that have come have performed there and then? So you have to put that into consideration. But I really believe in his talent as a person, and he will turn up, because there are some things you see and you're like, this boy is talented.
Yeah,
you understand.
And for me, for the part of the game, he's quite good.
Yes,
you get it. As a team player, he's quite good.
Yes,
but then for fantasy, we are here for the stats.
Yes,
for the goals, for the assists, for the clean sheets.
Yes.
So this time you got some points for the clean sheet, but we'll look at what happens next.
Yes,
because we really need him to turn up for so many of you that have him in your team. Injuries for Man City becoming an issue.
Yes.
They are failing to score so much like they did in the first game week. They were tied to a goal not even to a goal, to a loss, where they didn't happen to score. Then they went into this game where they led, and then they came back from behind to win the game against them. I mean, they look as a defeated team. To me, I don't know. What do you think?
I think I read somewhere on X, someone said, a Man City fan said this. He said that I think we all know what's happening to our team. We're just afraid to say it. And I think all great things come to an end. So if Man City had and Pep Guardiola had a certain peak they reached, they're probably now on the other side of the peak now, sloping down. It's because I was having a conversation with someone and they said, I told them we don't want to talk about it, but others were like, no, we want it to happen because he has dominated for long.
You know, it's not easy to get up there.
Yes,
it's quite hard. But then the hardest thing in every aspect of life, it's maintaining that level of performance. It's when you get the money and how to keep the money. Someone who has got it will tell you, man, it's hard to keep it. Now, for him to be on top for years and years, it's going to be an issue. Like we saw Faggy. Back in time, you look at 2002, 3, 4, 5. He was almost sacked in those years because until he had to build another team. I think Pep needs to do that, but he needs to do it real quick.
But
because there's media now. He can. He's a great coach. He's been in the game for so long. He's influenced the game for quite so
a long time. He's arguably, they say, one of the greatest.
Exactly. So you can see. So moving on. Let's look at your team.
Yes.
I can see here he had Alisson in goal.
Yes.
He got you 8 points.
Yes.
Well, it's not a gamble. When you look at his stats, depending on last season, how he started. He started quite so well.
But this season, you actually realize they have been conceding a lot.
They've been conceding, but you remember at the start of the show, you said 7 games.
And that's the thing.
And when we think of his 7 games last season, they were quite better. You get it? And when you look at the time of conceding, sometimes you look at teams, how are they conceding? What's the issue? You get it? It's not like general play and everything.
Yes.
I don't feel like maybe like United have got an issue with the goalkeeper. Now, for them, Liverpool, it wasn't that.
Yes.
They felt like in the past 2 games,
Mm.
they were losing like gas, momentum.
Yes.
They're leading 2-0. The game goes 2-2.
Mm.
In a ton of events, like in 10 minutes,
because it's
they've
a
gone
start
from
of
3
a season,
points.
so people are still.
So you holding on to him, I mean, doesn't have to go any further. I think he's
he's
a good asset.
And he's playing
good.
Burnley next.
He's playing
Burnley next, so I'm thumbs up.
Yeah. If he doesn't do what he did if Mani don't do what they did to Man United over the weekend, you could be at a risk.
I'm trusting Liverpool.
Then you had Gabriel and Kukurea. How was that? How much?
Well, for Munoz, he's one person from last season. He was actually a differential last season, and now he's a full-time asset this season for everyone. More so with the free-flowing Crystal Palace. So he's a good.
Yes. Oliver Glasner he's playing a different kind of game for a small team, I must say.
And Crystal Palace should be careful anytime he will go, because he's doing well.
He's doing well, and he's fitting in systems like now. You look at Man United. I mean, that's the system they play.
You see that.
So if he can perform any better, maybe in January, you could see Gabriel maybe didn't turn up well for you.
Yeah, I really expected Arsenal with its corner kind of play. I expected a goal or something, but Liverpool did well to cover them. Yeah, so I think maybe next time. I'm still holding on to Gabriel because of the clean sheet he'll give me. Then for Cucurella, it's because sometimes he pops up in that.
He did. I think he had a clean sheet.
He had a clean sheet, but he has a goal in him. He can have an assist in him, because in the game you could see he was dropping some balls, because he actually
he's a very, very good player.
Very good.
Those the overlaps, defense were 1-on-1. I think he's a good asset.
Yes.
But are you thinking about the general team that he's playing in? Because I don't think Chelsea has kept so many clean. This season they have got 2, but in the past, I don't think they can make 15 clean sheets a season. You look at that as well as, is he a long term to you? Is this about his performances? Is this about Chelsea? Is this about you having feelings for Chelsea as a fan, or
no? But personally, in fantasy, one thing I separated very quickly on, because this is like my 4th year in fantasy. One thing I separated were feelings.
It's going to be hard to convince our viewers when you've got 3 players and that's the maximum number they can allow you to have in a team. Chelsea's, I think Chelsea has got 7 points.
Yes.
Well, you have
number 2.
Yeah, you have a point. I try to understand where you're coming from, but I'm thinking, if I see 3 players here, I'm thinking if they could allow you have the 4th, then you would have had Enzo.
Probably why is because I have spent some time and looked at them. Let me explain. Cucurella, well, by the way, Chelsea, we are the Club World Cup team. We are the champions as we speak right now. In the last, I think I read a stat recently. We are in the last, I think 11 games, we have won 9 and lost 1 and drawn 1, if I'm not mistaken. I need to check that stat. And on top of that, you find we have very many clean sheets. So obviously, because people have this thought about Chelsea, they definitely will not agree, and like there's that skepticism about them. But honestly, me, I've tracked over time, and clean sheets, even now, like on our the game against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace has beaten Liverpool. Crystal Palace has beaten Manchester City, and in finals, right? But they have been able to turn up and beat these teams. But they were, we did not win, but we did not concede a goal,
which is very good.
You get it? So for me, that shows the maturity of the team. And even in the Club World Cup, we performed and we were not conceding silly goals.
We, as people that watch the game, you know how VAR favored them. People didn't know that actually in coaching the space of Chelsea's wall could be an issue. But then over the weekend, there was controversy over the goal of Fulham. Well, we can say it's favor, but I mean, let's wait. If it happens for the 3rd time, we'll think maybe we'll take it that way. But let's look at Cunha.
Cunha was a bit of a disappointment.
I think there has been a lot of disappointments over the
Yes,
weekend.
yes.
Injuries,
Yes.
what?
The
And I think
injury
that
was
was the
his
issue
problem,
with
yes.
yeah. But if there's a player you watch and you
Mm.
feel like something is coming,
Yes.
he's been one.
Yes.
I think
And that's why I even vice captain.
yeah, he's been one of those players you feel like anytime he could turn up.
And I believe if he had remained in that game, he would have done something.
Yeah, because finally Mbemo
Yes.
did break through.
Yes.
I mean,
those are
people that had
talented boys.
Mbemo, you enjoy those points,
Yes.
and not everyone did. But I've got some friends of ours, some managers in that group, which we are going to look at later on, that actually owned Mbemo, that actually owned Cunha as well, that suffered the same. But we go on to look at Gakpo, and I can see he had Gakpo, Estevao, and Elanga.
For Gakpo, it's I think only he had I think a shot or two in the game.
Now, before we go far, you know, I like to ask such questions. I mean, fantasy is a bit tricky.
Yes.
For this reason, you find you're going to a game week, much as you have him, you don't actually expect him to score, and now you're thinking of these options. I've got only one transfer out. Who do I take out? Who do I keep? Now, when I look at Elanga, Savio, and Gakpo, my question is, because I want to know, did you ever think of maybe if I had a chance to take out like 3 players, I should have removed one here among the 3
from the
because they happen to be one of the least performers in your team.
Yes.
Yeah, except for Gabriel, which we understood that you just talked about already. But when you look at them, do you feel like did you get that second thought about them?
Like Estevao and Gakpo?
Estevao, Gakpo, and Elanga.
Probably it would be Elanga. But I'm hoping he will come good. But I think I'm also going to first sideline him because I've seen Newcastle has bought new players. So I need to first understand because I think he didn't start that game. So really, for me, Estevao and Gakpo are people I'm not going to lose now. I want to first see the first game because remember Isaac has come. So I want to see how Liverpool and the coach do what he's going to do this time.
Don't you feel like Elanga? No. Gakpo's position is under threat more than any of the 3 because Estevao, Palmer is still out.
Yes.
We don't know when he's returning. Elanga, much as they've signed a player from is Nick Voltamad.
And Wissa, they are up front.
Now, when you look at Nick Voltamad, he has just come in, and you don't think he's going to start that. Let it be even Visa. I mean, he's not been playing week in, week out.
Yeah, so he has to first acclimatize.
Exactly. So I'm asking, don't you feel like Elanga's, because even Elanga is a new signing. You get it? And we've seen Gordon try to play as striking. So meaning now Elanga has got 2 options.
Yes.
He can go far wide, far left, which I feel like no one can compete with him, etc. When you look at all the players I've got, I mean, what do you feel? Do you think any of these 3 could come before, like any of these other 2 could come before Gakpo?
Personally, I am going to stick with Gakpo, and this is the reason. Like I told you, Liverpool is a firing team at the moment. Their attack is very fluid, right? So for me, my thinking is this: that even if Gakpo came in the 60th minute, I personally believe, which I don't think that he will be benched. I don't think they will bench him. But even if he did come in the 60th minute, I believe that team is still, at least he'll get an assist. Okay. At least he can have a goal. So basically, anyone you have in that team in Liverpool will bring you something. Whereas Elanga in Newcastle, that team is still figuring out things.
Oh, yeah.
And now, Estevao, if you watch the games of Chelsea, even if he has not yet come good as we want, I think he has an assist or 2 around there. But when you actually check, Elanga, and Newcastle are still figuring out things. But Estevao, he has shots on target. He actually has a man of the match recently. I think the game before this last one. So I'm still putting my bet on him because he's really controlling a lot. Okay. Whereas Elanga is fighting with minutes.
All right. Now, looking at, I think we go to your striking line because now you've already covered the rest. So when you look at the strikers, Bowen, Mateta, and João Pedro, I think João Pedro turned up.
Yes.
He's a captain anyway. Even
Yes.
Bowen could have done it. But how did you come up with the captain? Because that's an issue. Well, when I look at your team, he's the only one to think of when you want a captain. Not only you, but so many of them.
Personally, now the game week before this one, game week 2, I fumbled, right? Of course, Cole Palmer was my captain then, though he didn't play that game, right? Because he was injured. However, he has been coming through. João Pedro has been coming through. He has been literally, I think he has 5 goals. He has 6 goals in his last 5 games altogether in all competitions for Chelsea. So he has been turning up. So it was a very easy pick for me. And I'll still pick him whether it is vice captain or captain. Because momentum is with him. Because I think in fantasy, momentum plays a very big thing. Form and momentum. They have something they do for a player. So when you jump, because there is jumping on the horse when it's late. So you better begin now. So I'll just keep choosing João Pedro until maybe I see something funny happening.
Okay. We look at Bowen. He's not been turning up. He was an asset last season.
Yes.
A very, very good asset. How is he this season?
For Bowen, it's not him, but the team is playing in. When you realize West Ham has made very many sales just in this window, so they're actually struggling to pick up, right? So they have had a good result this game week. So Bowen, as long as he has a chance, he will finish it.
Was it about price, or
it was more of he has been a trusted asset? Like I told you, when I'm starting fantasy, I always pick those people who have been performing to a certain level. Of course, other factors constant, but I would pick him because he has, over time, I think 3 seasons now.
Now, another thing. I've just seen something funny here on your team.
Yes.
Kakes happen to be on your bench. You've got Gabriel. I can understand why. But depending on, I can't blame you for any of the ones you started in your defense. Because when you looked at Kakes playing, he struggled. He struggled against Bournemouth.
Yes,
and I felt like he's struggling because of that. Teammates.
Yes.
But then he went to play, was it Newcastle? Yeah. And you could see him struggle against Elanga, he wasn't himself. Now, this time, he turned up. Throughout the game, I felt like he managed Madueke. Madueke was coming at him all the time. Well, I thought at some point, as fantasy players, we need to wait for the game to get done.
Yes.
Before that, we can't think you've done well. We don't care what you've done. You need to keep the clean sheet. You need to score. You don't have to get a red card. You know? So I felt like he did perform so well.
Yes.
Getting a clean sheet. And how do you feel him being off your team?
Well,
do you feel like you should have trusted him?
It was gutting, truly. And honestly speaking, when you actually watch that game of Arsenal and Liverpool, Arsenal I thought came to more of protect their clean sheet firstly and maybe hope for something. And when they actually scored against them is when they came out, because now the likes of Eza were on the pitch and they were, now starting to do something here and there. So why I really didn't put Kekes is because Liverpool had been struggling for clean sheets lately. And if you took me back, I wouldn't change that, right? But so I think they actually kept a clean sheet only because Arsenal was more of defending their clean sheet. So I played the cards that I thought were best for me there.
Did you think about Arsenal's attack? Because the attack wasn't quite good this time. I mean, facing Martinelli and Madueke and Gyökeres, that is just new in the league. Gyökeres has scored 2 goals, so is Ekitike. I mean, you're thinking this defense is facing Salah, Ekitike, Gakpo, as a midfielder that can score goals. And then against Arsenal, that you feel like in a game where they don't have their best attackers, they
on the
could decide
pitch.
to defend. They didn't have their best
Yes,
midfielder in
yes.
Odegaard.
Mm.
I mean, didn't you at one point feel like, you know, sometimes we get to make decisions, then it's past deadline, and then you feel like, I didn't really think this would turn out to be this. You get it? As we go on past Saturday, you feel like, what if Odegaard doesn't start, like he didn't start? Didn't you at one point feel the doubt in your defense?
In my defense, no. I really didn't feel a doubt. Like, for me, back to the point I was telling you, see this thing. I think I read a comment on X. This Schmeichel, the TV presenter, said something very interesting on halftime and even at the end. He said two things. He said, of the two teams, there's only one team trying to play what? Football, right? Then at the end, he said, I've never been happy for a team to win like I have been happy for Liverpool to win. Why? Because one team was the one trying to play what? Football. I really feel like if Arsenal had come out free-flowing, we are going to have an end-to-end game.
Do you think they would encounter Liverpool? Because listen, over the years, you play an end-to-end Liverpool, an end-to-end game, you're losing against Liverpool. You can't think of any team that has come out top.
Of course.
I tell you, the game can end 6-2, 6-4. So against
and
Liverpool,
also at Anfield.
Exactly, you got to control that. You don't control the game, you lose. So it's...
Yeah, but then you remember the Arsenal of those days.
Because actually, you see, even Liverpool is so tricky to an extent that you might control the game. You score. The more you score, then they gain the momentum.
Yes.
You get it?
Yes.
It's like you score one, you score two, now they have forgotten to defend you. And they will just come at you. And moreover, when they're
when they're attacking the cops.
Exactly. So it's a bit tricky. Like Arsenal did the right thing.
Yeah,
maybe they felt like a point was much better.
But for me, actually, I expected a 1-1. So in my mind, what played was Gabriel's header, like from a corner, set piece. And then he loses the clean sheet. And also Kekes loses his clean sheet.
Well,
so for me, that's what
a team, I must say, a team like Liverpool facing it in this Premier League, scoring them a set piece, it's going to come down to mistakes.
Yes.
Well, mistakes happen in football, but when you look at their physical strength, the height and everything, they've got 6'3", 6'4", 6'4" players, like 5 of them. They've got TK, they've got Konate, they've got Van Dijk, Gakpo, Gravenberch.
Yes.
So a lot of height.
But when you actually check the comment, the post, not the post, the pre-match show, and where Arne Slot was speaking, he said Liverpool has faced many set piece issues, and they are playing the team that has the best record at set pieces. So you actually had also a concern.
So we are facing, you're here, and our viewers, thank you for being here. But we have a league going on, and the code is going to be there. You should join, all of you. You could get a chance to be invited over the show, and you share your views. I'm going to read to you the top 10. Well, Arnold is not among, but if you've listened to the first part of the show, you could tell that he has got knowledge and everything about this thing. He's been in the game for quite so long, I can tell you. But we got Simba FC, Taiwa Davis. I mean, there's CR7 FC, Isaac Reagan. Actually, that was the manager of the week, but he was busy. I tried to contact him. I mean, then there is Okwayenda Trevor. He has his Chinese team. You know, that's our boy. We're back.
Yes.
Then there is Ndiwalana FC. There is DDT FCF. There is King Denyanks, something like that. Visport Poto, you know him, Wilbert?
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Wilbert. There is King Solomon, and then there is, who is Tamba? That one is my boy as well. I've got a few of my boys doing so well in the league, and shout out all of them.
Yeah.
But none of us here that is in top 10. So we'll perform much better in coming weeks. But let's look at the team I had. Adria in goal. Well, he performed well the first 2 game weeks.
Yes.
This one, he just lost out on free kick, which is quite understandable.
Yes.
And he did so well in the game. And Ra is so promising. I told a a friend of mine, when we were watching the game, that free kick, he almost, if he was a bit quicker, he could have touched.
Yes.
But it was so good that he lost it by millimeters. I mean, the technique of the free kick. The pace on the ball,
It reminded me of Prime De Bruyne. Those were the kind he was taking.
Scored one against Leicester.
Exactly.
You remember that
and even
one?
Chelsea had something like that.
So it was a good one. The technique is there in
Very
Soboslai.
good.
It's not his first first time to score such a.
He actually scored against Turkey, something similar like
something
that.
Similar, yeah. He actually told them, "Go watch my goal against Turkey." That was a good one. At Gabriel in defense, same thing as Raya. You always expect Gabriel to stand up. The fact that they score from set pieces quite a lot. Well, they're not the best team. Currently, Chelsea has scored around 4 goals from set pieces. But from last season up to now, they are still showing you that anytime they get a chance, they will score. Then I had Romero. Romero, Trippier got some 6 points. So that wasn't bad. I expected Romero because of what they did against Man City. They're playing Bournemouth. Bournemouth that just lost the whole defense. I mean, their attack wasn't that good. To me, they lost Dango. Dango went to Brentford. Then there was Semenyo. Well, he could have turned up. He didn't, but I felt like he could. One thing that has happened is the most transferred in players, they've not turned up.
I know the fantasy. They call them the fantasy gods. They call them the fantasy gods.
But it happens. I mean, no one has actually turned. I think Riders stopped in the game week 1.
He was a one-hit wonder.
I had Bruno Fernandes. He came in there. Eze
looked good for me, personally for me. Like his link-up play with the others.
For starters, then Gakpo, Casado, then João Pedro and
So first of all, how did you do it to get Casado? Like, you have a lot of faith. Wow.
But he did that much, so he might not stay on the team for so long. So we move on. What do you expect in the coming weeks?
Maybe
from
my team. First of all,
before we even look at all that you expect, you need to put so much into consideration. Look at, you see, the players that have been transferred.
Yes, that's what I wanted.
What they have done. So I mean, the issue might not be who to bring in now, but now the issue could be who to hold on.
Yes,
you get it.
Yes.
Game week 1, people took out. I will tell you, a friend told me. A friend asked me, should I have Wood or Pedro? I said Pedro all day. What he did at the World Cup? I mean, why not? He didn't turn up. Wood had 2 goals in the first 45 minutes. And the guy was texting me and he's like, so I was like, that's fantasy. And I told him, hold on. The next game, João Pedro, a goal and 2 assists. So, now the issue is who to hold on to. Because the next game week, Wood turned up, but now they decided to trust him and captain him this time. He blanked. So now the question is who to hold on now. I don't think who to bring in. It's quite early. If you can keep your 2 transfers per game week and then like collectively after each game week, I mean, you should think about it. It's one thing you should think about. I feel like any transfer could be a rush more than it could look like some act of genius.
Only transfer if you have no other option.
I think if you've got an injury or something. But what do you want to? What do you feel when you see such players that we expect? Because it's so frustrating when the premiums don't turn up. You get it? It's frustrating. They hold a lot of money in them.
Yes.
You get it? With I think with Salah and Haaland, you own the whole front 3 of yours. And that's what I'm saying. You get it?
I was scared that I didn't go for them. I was like,
so having such players and they are not turning up, they limit you in some way. You can't even own the rest of the differentials that you think of.
Yes.
Fantasy is a bit funny. Someone scores 2 goals and Semenyo's price has gone higher.
7.4.
Exactly. 4 times this. I mean, in 3 games. So, with prices now being hiked, I think it's now getting trickier.
Yes.
But let's look at the player of the week. In game week 1, we had Ballard. Game week 2, and none of these has actually turned out to be. Game week 2, we had Timber. Now, game week 3, we had Gay. Shout out to Gay. He could be watching this show. But let me tell you one thing about Gay. There's a way he's conducted himself with everything that has been roaming around his character. But his character, from day one, from game week 1, you don't see him like a player not there at Crystal Palace in the coming game week. And he's there. He's standing up for training, playing so well. He's calm in the game. I mean, he doesn't look like he wants to move.
By anything.
He's not phased by anything. That's for sure. I mean, everyone, I think, people have kept their cool. But with him, he's still the captain. And he's playing like he's the captain. I saw when Mateta got a yellow card for kicking the corner. And now he was conducting the team, calming them down and everything. He feels like he's there. With his failed transfer, which was quite disappointing. Because I feel like when a player conducts himself in that way, even the team should hold on to him. Crystal Palace know what they're doing. They're going to European competition. Keeping their best defender. You can't blame them, can you? But you think of him as a player. Going to Liverpool, that guarantees you a starting position in England. Maguire has gone off. Stones is not doing well. So, I mean, him losing that chance, do you feel like it could limit his chances for playing for England as a starter? Do you feel it could affect his performances for Crystal Palace? Because he might have been calm, thinking, you know what, I'll keep it cool, because at the end of the day, I will move. You get it? But now it doesn't happen. Why do you feel? Do you feel for him as a player? Because you look at Jack Bard, for him he got an injury. It's an excuse for him. Timber, he got an injury, but with a few minutes to go, so he wasn't either way going to turn up. McGay, do you think he's going to turn up again? I mean, a clean sheet and the goal would be enough for him.
He actually scored. So, firstly, let's talk about his transfer. I actually read a crazy meme and I saw the 3 players that were in question. Alexander Isaac, Wissa, and Gehi. So they say that 2 of them acted outright. They acted like they want to move out. They want to go. Like they literally were writing messages asking to leave. And the 2 got their dream move. Wissa 29, and he wanted to get an opportunity to play Champions League, and he felt like this was his last do or die, right? Isaac, it was always his dream, right? And he has gotten it. Then they showed down the person who was showing a lot of character, leadership, and it was his dream. 24 years of age, he wanted to go, and he was, because even the last game he said it has been. There's a statement he used. He said it has been of great honor to captain this team. So in his mind, he thought he had what?
He felt like they couldn't.
Yes, they couldn't refuse him. And then I think at the end something happened. So someone was saying, actually it was Michael Owen on X who said that. So I don't know what that is going to tell other players. So meaning they are going to go out and throw hands and be like, we need to what? To go. But as a person of character, I really compliment him. He has showed something. And me, I would still tell him, okay, going to Liverpool would give him the pedigree. In the sense of like, you're going to play Champions League, you're going to play more games, you're going to be tested more. So meaning, in England, he's already a starter as we speak now. The last I checked. But like, it gives him a more driving force. Because if you're going to be against players who are actually going to go ahead and play in Champions League, and maybe, okay, for him, what he's going to do is going to give him minutes in Crystal Palace. He's the captain. He's going to play, all these different things. So really, it goes both ways. But I had a rumor that they will come for him in January But I compliment him for the way he has
conducted
himself, and he's going to develop more in Crystal Palace. He's only 24 years of age, so he can move in January or next year.
We hope it doesn't affect him. I mean,
and that's what I want to see.
Now it goes to the mentality.
Yes.
More number of games. You've been at Crystal Palace playing one game per week. 2 games if there happens to be FA or carrying, but now that it's not going to be there, now more games are coming in, more game time. He needs his mind gathered together.
Yes.
And as the fantasy managers, that may not work hard for us. I mean, but well, we'll wait and see.
Yes.
Special out to Bruno.
Yes.
Yeah, he did quite well in our league. 73 points. He's the top manager as well. But
he has been flashing it everywhere.
Yeah, he's flowing.
Kudos.
Bruno, wherever you are, I need to know that we are thinking about you anytime soon.
Yes.
We didn't expect you to be there, but you happen to be there. But well, we'll see.
There's another man who is at the bottom of the league who wants to come on the show.
You know, I don't know how I need to bring this up, but someone who put up the losers game, that game that happens before the final, has given people much confidence.
A lot.
Now people feel like they don't need to do a lot. Actually, be recognized. They want, even when they are failing, to be actually given a platform to say, you know what,
complimented in their
I cannot
failure.
feed myself. But we are going to look at that. Our friend will see where we can fix him. He could. Anyway, we'll see. He can sponsor that show, which is okay. And we'll get away to talk about him every time. As a sponsor of the show, then we'll talk about however.
In fact, we won't mention his name here because...
Exactly.
Yes.
He might.
We are believing in him.
So we'll look at that most transferred out there. So. And it turned out so well. When you look at Palmer was the first one.
Injured.
Cunha out. Wood. Watkins. And Vitz. So I think that was expected. There's no shocker that this one was taken out and he actually performed. But you can look at that and think maybe they did so well. We'll move on. Top transfers that happened in this game week. Grealish. Are you surprised? But he's done so well. He's done so well. And this comes down to the system. I felt like at Man City would have been the best player ever. Actually, I felt he didn't have to go to Man City. He could have gone to Liverpool. He could have gone to Man United because those are two teams that give the freedom players that they want you to turn up. It's not about the system. It's you. You turn up on you. You can see how Bruno Fernandes, you can see Mohamed Salah out there. But he went to City that was more controlled. You have to run back. You have to do. You can't. You have to keep wide. You can't come in. But when you look at his new life at Everton, this is a great shot at Aston Villa. Do you feel like there's more threat coming from him, which is good for fantasy?
Yes, I think he's one person who you may not always expect to score, but he will always have an assist up his sleeve, because I think Grealish combines two things very well. He's a person who actually can do the easiest things, which by the way, if you realize, most players find hard to do.
The hardest.
Yeah, they want to do the complicated thing. But Grealish knows how to do both the complicated and the simplest
thing.
So that's a very good thing. Now, of course, Pep Guardiola has never been the kind of person who wants your flair. No, he wants you to play under his system, right? He's like a governor, a Roman emperor or something. He wants you to do what he wants you to do. So it's like he has like a piece of a puzzle and he just moves pieces. So that's why most of the players who are talented struggle under him. But when you give him the freedom, one caution though I have for Grealish is his discipline, because he loves a night out very much often. But and that's the only issue he has had, like that challenges his game. But other than that, he's a very good, talented player.
Now, more about Grealish. When you look at his season at Aston Villa, the season before, he had in some good stats. Like around 10 goals
Mm,
and some assists
mm,
in there,
mm,
and he did quite so well for a
mm,
player at Aston Villa.
mm,
You get it.
mm.
But now you're thinking, is he going to do the same at Everton? Because Everton didn't perform so well. They are
Mm.
lucky that they stayed in the league.
Yes.
Where when I'm a Manchester United fan, I don't need to talk about luck.
Mm.
The league just favored us more than any other team.
Yes.
Us and Spurs, but
Yes.
Spurs have got a trophy.
Yes.
Well, I think
17 and I think
it's only
18.
United that was favored to
Oh,
stay in the
yes,
league.
16 and 17.
But when you look at Everton,
Mm.
do you feel like with Grealish, they have signed another
Drewsby Hall from Chelsea.
another player from Chelsea.
Yes.
He had an assist over the weekend.
And they still, of course, have Iwobi.
Then they have their Shaten in Jai.
Yes, yeah, those are very.
He's doing so well.
Yes.
He has so far scored 2 goals.
Mm.
So what do you feel? Do you feel like Everton is one to look at for assets? Pickford had a clean sheet
Yes.
in game week 2.
Mm.
Do you feel like now it's time to look at them for their assets,
yes,
look at their defense?
Mm.
Yeah.
Of course, for differentials, definitely Everton is one I would look at.
Mm.
Personally, I think for Grealish, it's going to pan out because he has always been this playboy, but he loves a hand around him, like a coach being around him. And Moyes had always had this love for him. He wanted him. He has always said he's a very talented player. And you can see the excitement. And he actually said, the greatest compliment I can give Grealish is that he's even better than I thought. You see that? Yeah. So I think Grealish is
a favorite.
Yes,
yes.
But of course, as a player, you need someone who's going to hold you around you, and tell you you're doing good, not someone who's going to sit you down anytime you make a mistake. You understand? So I think it's going to play out for Grealish. He's going to erupt. And of course, the likes of Drewsby Hall, Ndiaye, these are players that can turn up. So they are very good differentials. They're very good. And of course, there's Iwobi that's there. Yeah. So, and Beto. We were looking at Beto,
yes. Now we're still looking at top transfers. People had Semenyo.
Yes.
Yeah, was second most transferred in players. Enzo
Fernandez.
Yeah, João Pedro, Ekitike. So do you feel like, because Semenyo didn't turn up over the weekend,
I think it's a one-off.
It just didn't come. Maybe let's take it like Arsenal assets didn't do well. João Pedro, I feel like he should have been among the first ones to think of.
Yes.
If there is anyone to think of in this transfer, maybe it's down to so many managers owning him, and so now there are few. Now the few that are just bringing him in. Yeah, maybe it's just that. Then Ekitike, we understand why he's done so well for Liverpool.
Very lethal.
But what do you think? Him being bought in, that bought Isak, does it limit his chances?
I don't think. For the money they bought him in for, you can't put such a player on the bench.
Because now, see, they play a formation of 4-3-3. Now they have got 3 forwards. No, 4 forwards. Forwards like 4 starters.
Yes, Vits and what?
They've got, no, leave Vits actually.
Oh, you mean like
Salah,
the attacking just
now you know Salah has start.
Yes.
Of which they even sold but
Elliot,
now you look at Salah, he's got start. Now you're thinking about Gakpo. He's been on the team doing so well. Maybe he could start. Now we're looking at Ekitike and Isak. So do you feel like it could be down to, of which it's the same kind of football that they play? They almost offer the same thing.
Yes.
I've seen Liverpool, every time they take out Ekitike, they struggle.
Yeah. Oh yes.
You get it? They struggle a lot. So maybe with Isak, they will try to cover that gap where we don't know who will start and who will come in later on. But I'm thinking it could be troublesome for them if they don't happen to perform so well in the coming weeks. You don't know who to bring in, who to trust, and as a manager for them, is having 2 new players into the team in a team that has been doing so well. Maybe could think of any other options which we don't know if they're there, except him finding himself in a dilemma of who to start and who to keep out, which will affect our fantasy.
I actually think that the person that I think that the best he can do either they do shared minutes, because I don't see anyone he can pull off. He cannot remove Vitz. He can't put him off.
Yeah.
He
Now,
can't,
exactly. Now, I was going to that midfield
yes.
three. You've seen he has now had to sacrifice a defender.
Yes.
Because he can't keep out Szoboszlai. He can't keep out the defensive qualities of Gravenberch. The holding ability of McAllister. You get it? The attacking difference that Florian Wirtz brings.
And the price tag on
you get and the price tag.
Yes.
You talk about the price. And let me tell you, the past Liverpool team didn't have such things.
Yes.
Didn't have issues of price tag. It's where the issue is going to come in, because players have come in for
with
big
lots
money.
of money.
If you see, Kake struggled, but Robertson couldn't get a chance because the big money move.
Yes.
You get it?
He's
trying to
work,
fix them.
basically.
Yeah, he wants them to work. But do you think it's not going to be an issue for them?
I'm actually interested to see how he plays it out, because Liverpool plays a free-flowing game.
Now this is the other, we said you get to the top,
yes,
maintaining.
Yes, maintaining it. And because you realize and see Ekitike can get to a point and he starts coming and playing, right? And he's playing, soccer, like he's just moving around. I think they are going to play around with McAllister. Now, okay, for me, in my thought, I would have actually thought if they had a 6 who sits, like Endo, obviously Endo can't start. Then you're able to start all the 4. And let's say like you play around with how you see how in Newcastle Isaac used to play with Callum Wilson, and Isaac is doing a bit of roaming, but then he still comes and so it's really going to be interesting. The only person I see is Gakpo may suffer.
It's going to be an issue because their defense is not stable yet.
Yes.
Forget what happened over the weekend. They were facing one of the weakest attacks of Arsenal.
Yes.
If you're talking about Arsenal as a team. So them keeping a clean sheet could be a bit of luck.
Yeah.
Now, what happens when they face a complete team? You get it. If they face like Chelsea,
maybe they want to outscore.
Yeah. Maybe you look at that, but you're thinking, what if even the other team is ready to handle you? But we'll move on from that. And our viewers, I think you've heard what came from the last game week and what we expect ahead. Man United assets, they're not turning up so well. Bruno Fernandes finally turned up. Cunha got an injury, and we hope it's not that bad. Man United have still got an issue with their goalkeeper. They signed Sunderland, but Sunderland, and I don't think he could start there and then to get them clean sheets. They haven't figured out the system, how it should work for them. I don't think it's a team you should trust yourself with, but if you could, then you should. Arsenal have been doing so well.
We shall continue to trust their defense.
Their defense mostly. Liverpool, you can still trust their attack. Yeah, you can.
By the way, the bare minimum for Liverpool is winning the trophy.
Yeah, that's a bare minimum. You don't spend 400 million.
Yes, $500 million. No.
Then you look at $500 million. Talk about it. They spent 500 million plus, and that is I think three quarters or two, because that's $500 million, and the whole Premier League has spent 3 billion.
Yes,
so that's a lot of money. They should win this, of which they will. We are not doubting them. They will. They were just fixing a few pieces. Maybe they overcooked.
They really cooked.
They really cooked. But we're waiting for the meal at the end of the day.
Let's see.
So, your closing remarks. How do you feel? I mean, ahead.
Really, I'm excited. I think I've never been as excited as I am for a new season. We are starting up something.
What do you want to tell to your competitors in this league? We know these words will let them later on.
Well, I have joined, and I'm telling you, you're in for a run for your money. Yes. Whichever league I've been in, I've won. So you should check my track
need
record.
To know
that
you're coming in hot.
I'm coming in hot. Yes. So watch out. And in the 11th hour, that's my
exactly.
So I've come in the
when
11th
you see it
hour,
somewhere there. But like I've told you, our viewers, thank you for watching today. I mean, the code will be there. We'll share it, and I want many of you to join that league. Please join so that we can look at who is better in this thing. We want to invite you here when you actually talk. You get it? Yeah, so do it for us. And we are here with Arnold today. Could be him next week, like he has said it, meaning he would perform so well to be here. And I will be waiting on you, our viewers, as well, because I think you guys will do it as well. I think you get there. I also try to be among them because this week just didn't go so well for me. Yeah. I mean, we didn't have the best of ourselves. Maybe something didn't work like we expected, but in the remaining minutes, I will tell you one thing, that this is the best. This was like the best team for the week. It had Addison with 8 points, wow. Gay 15, Senesi 14, Sharoba 13 for his clean sheet. Lacois at Christopher is 11, so Bosley 13, Dubs Hall 12, Enzo 12, Elife 11 at Sunderland, Gerish 10, and Pedro 9. So if you're looking about any assets that you would want to bring in, I think you should consider that the top 10. But another thing, like we've had you today, please be there the next Tuesday on JK Sports app. It's where everything happens. There's a lot of shows for you to watch, and I can tell you that's a free platform for you to watch every kind of game, to know every news going on in sport around Uganda, around the world. Well, last week we were frustrated by the performance of Uganda. This week we are going into another weekend where Uganda will perform so well, I believe.
Internationally.
Yeah, but then I'm going to say this for the last time. People, try. Be the manager of the week. We'll have you here. Thanks for watching. You are at Fantasy Spotlight. Thank you.